Dear children, let us learn about the third type of animal tissue, that is the muscle tissue or muscular tissue. The muscle tissue or muscular tissue is made up of muscle fibers or the muscle cells. The muscle fibers in turn, this is the muscle fiber. The muscle fibers in turn, they are made up of a large number of myofibrils. Inside these, we can see inside the muscle fibers, we can see a large number of myofibrils. And these myofibrils, they have the ability to undergo contraction and relaxation. And thus, due to this contraction and relaxation, the muscles are playing a very important role in locomotion and movement. There are three types of muscular tissue. The skeletal muscular tissue, or it is called as striated or voluntary muscles. The second type is the smooth or non-striated or the visceral muscles. And the third type is the cardiac muscles. The first type, that is the skeletal muscles, or it is called as the striated muscles, or it is called as the voluntary muscles. Why they are called as skeletal muscles? Because they are attached to the skeletal system, that is, they are attached to the bones of our body. And those muscles which are attached to the bones are called as the skeletal muscles. Why are they called as the striated muscles? In this picture, we can see small striations, alternate dark and light striations or bands. Due to the presence of these alternate dark and light bands, they are called as striated muscles. And these muscle fibers, they are bundled together in a parallel fashion. We can see they are bundled together in a parallel fashion. And they are called as voluntary muscles because they work according to our will. Since these muscles work according to our will, they are called as voluntary muscles. These muscle fibers, the bundle of muscle fibers, they are enclosed together or they are bound together by means of a sheath of connective tissue. So this is the first type of muscular tissue, skeletal or striated or the voluntary muscles. The second type of muscular tissue are the smooth or non-striated or the visceral muscles. They are involuntary and fusiform. That means they are spindle shaped. We can see the shape. In the case of the skeletal muscles, they were long and cylindrical. Whereas over here, they are spindle shaped. That means they are fusiform in shape. The fibers taper at both the ends. And they are involuntary because they do not work according to our will. And they do not have any striations. And hence they are called as smooth muscles. The cell junctions hold them together and they are bundled together in a connective tissue sheath. Just like the skeletal muscles, they are also enclosed in a connective tissue sheath and they are having cell junctions which hold them together. And they are seen in the walls of the internal organs such as the blood vessels, stomach and intestine. And thus they are called as the visceral muscles because they are seen in the visceral organs. Thus their name smooth because they lack striations. They are non-striated because they lack striations, and they are visceral because they are present in the visceral organs. They are also involuntary because they are not working according to our will. And the shape is fusiform. They are tapering towards the ends. The third type of the muscular tissue are the cardiac muscles. These muscles are located in the walls of the heart and hence they are called as the cardiac muscles. They are involuntary in action. They do not work according to our will. Hence they are involuntary muscles. And there are cell junctions which fuse together the plasma membrane of the muscle cells so that they can stick together. In addition to these cell junctions, there are communication junctions and these communications are called as intercalated discs. We can see intercalated discs which are present in between the long and branched cells, in between the long and branched muscle fibers. And these intercalated junctions or communication junctions, they allow the cells to contract as a unit. When one cell receives a signal to contract, its neighboring cells also undergo contraction. So they are undergo contraction and relaxation. And due to the presence of this intercalated disc, they are able to contract and relax as a unit. So these are the three types of muscular tissue: the striated, the smooth and the cardiac muscles. Now let us learn about the fourth type of animal tissue, that is the neural tissue. The neural tissue is made up of nerve cells or neurons. The functional unit of the nervous tissue is the neurons, and they are responsible for control and coordination of our body. The neurons are excitable cells. They can be excited by a stimuli, and they are having the ability to carry impulses in the form of electricity, or they carry electrical impulses. The neurons, they are covered and supported by means of specialized cells called as neuroglia cells. These are the neuroglia cells. And the neuroglia make up more than half the volume of nervous tissue, and these cells give protection to the neurons. And we know the shape of the neuron. We have studied in class 10. It is having a cell body or cyton and an elongated axon, and which is having branches at the end. These are called as nerve endings. So this is about the neural tissue, which is made up of the functional unit called as the neurons, which are excitable cells, and they carry electrical impulses, and they are protected together. They are protected by neuroglia cells. The cells together forms tissues. Tissues together form organs, and organs together form the organ system. This organization is very essential for better coordinated activities of all the cells in our body. An organ is made up of one or more kind of tissues. For example, the heart has epithelial, connective, muscular, and neural tissue. So a particular organ has more than one type of tissues. So this is about the structural organization in animals. Thank you.